Moving on, at the COP29 conference in Azerbaijan's capital Baku, countries agreed to an annual finance target of $300 billion to help poorer countries deal with the impact of climate change, with developed countries leading the payment. Now, the new amount will replace the $100 billion figure pledged in 2009. India strongly objected to the finance package, but only after the deal was adopted by consensus. Now, Indian delegation representative Chandni Rana called the climate finance package nothing more than an optical illusion and said it brings out the unwillingness of the developed country parties to fulfill their responsibilities. India received support from Nigeria, Malawi and Bolivia. The $300 billion is a far cry from the $1.3 trillion that was demanded. The figure is in the document, but it calls on all actors, including public and private players, to work together to reach the $1.3 trillion level by 2035. It did not place the responsibility on developed countries. Now, earlier, the talks were thrown into turmoil after negotiators from the least developed countries group and the Alliance of Small Island States walked out of the meeting of the heads of the delegation, saying they were being ignored during consultations. But negotiators from AOSIS and the LDCS and wealthy nations met later with the COP29 presidency. At the closing plenary session, the head of COP29, Mukhtar Babayev, urged representatives of the countries to bridge their differences. And the closing plenary session was marked by protests. Over 100 protesters stood in silence with placards saying, "Stand up and pay up."
Colleagues, this is a final stretch. We have all been working very hard over the past 2 weeks, and I know that none of us want to leave Baku without a good outcome on our key deliverable. The eyes of the world are rather focused on us. However, time is not on our side, and I ask you to now step up your engagement with one another to bridge the remaining divide.